Jimmy G has only thrown 27 passes in the postseason, but let's not forget he did have a pretty good regular season, completed 69% of his passes and ranked in the top 5 in yards per attempt and passing touchdowns. If Jimmy G has to carry the 49ers offense all by himself, at least to some extent, can he do it?
No. No way. I mean, listen, the first time the next time he does will be the first time that he does. For me, Jimmy G has to stay within himself, understand who he is. He's a play-action quarterback. We've seen a lot of quarterbacks within this system perform at a high level, but if he has to drop back where he struggles, then the team is going to struggle. Jimmy G is not your typical pocket passer. He's a guy that you get on the move. You want to get him outside of the pocket. You want to get those linebackers to suck up, and you want to take advantage of that behind. We saw him struggling in the Minnesota game. Everybody wants to lean to the Saints game. The Saints game was a recipe of, all the right ingredients that worked out for him, not because he just stopped back and really dominated.
Yeah, if you're lazy, you'll get bamboozled because, you watch some takes and you read some things online and you realize, oh, Jimmy G, maybe he is the man. Jimmy G does not want to get into a shootout.
We start talking about Pat Mahomes, and people want to say he's got these great weapons. He has great coaching in Andy Reid and a great offense that's designed around him. I'm not going to hold the fact that Kyle Shanahan is a masterful play designer against Jimmy G. And the fact that they run the ball really, really well and that they get him on the move, like you said, Emmanuel, what they're able to do is put him outside of the pocket where he has nearly a perfect passer rating, a 154 out of a possible 158, because that's what their offense does. And when he moves out there, he's an athletic guy. He is accurate. He's still fairly young in his development. He's not a 7 or 8 year starter. And so they don't need to ask him to do this. If he throws the ball more than 25 times in the game, I do think the Niners are in trouble. But if they're able to dictate the tempo, run the ball, and move that pocket, it clears up the coverage and it eliminates the rush.
And to your point, here's what I will not do. I will not knock Jimmy G because everybody else on the Niners is equally good. I'm not going to knock Jimmy G because they can run the ball. I'm not going to knock Jimmy G because he only has to throw the ball 8 times a game. That's not what we're doing. We're not criticizing Jimmy G because of the game plan. What we're saying is Pat Mahomes and Jimmy G do not get into that shootout.
Well, almost no one wants to get into a shootout with Patrick Mahomes. The only thing I'll say is it can't just be a coincidence that before he got there, the 49ers were terrible. They made him the starter. He won 5 straight games to finish the season. Then he came back the next year, got hurt. They went 4-12. Now he's played this entire year, and they're the 1 seed in the NFC, and they're in the Super Bowl. I mean, it cannot just be a coincidence that when he plays, they win, and when he doesn't, they lose.
Look at Tom Brady's career. Look at what he did at the beginning. People are like, they're winning, but they've got a good team around him. You're not winning really because of him until you start putting together some of those nice drives at the end of the games. 5, 6 years in, all of a sudden they're building the entire offense around him. So I do think there can be that natural evolution.
Here's what people, I think, hold against him. One is that he's playing against Patrick Mahomes. 2, he's got the contract. Like, he got paid like the elite quarterback off of those 5 games. And so people look at the contract and they say he should be carrying a team. That is not what he's doing at this stage. All right, go ahead really quick.
I just don't think he has a lot of scheme versatility. He's a system type of quarterback, which most of us are. It's the special ones like Patrick Mahomes that can thrive in any system.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, more analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.